Your ship, the Stardust Drifter, is a speck of dust. It floats before a mountain of impossible crystal. This is the shard-forged Warden. It hangs in the void like a frozen god. The starlight fractures across its surface. It creates 1,000 false suns. You are the only human for 50,000 light years. Your mission is simple. Find out why the Warden is silent. High Command called it a ghost signal investigation, a quaint term for something so terrifyingly large. The structure does not answer your hails. It does not appear on any known star chart. It simply exists, a monument to a forgotten power. Your ship's computer chimes softly. It confirms you are well within probe distance. Still nothing. The silence is the loudest thing in the universe. You feel a familiar knot of tension in your gut. It is the feeling of being watched by something ancient. The ship groans a little. A normal pressure adjustment, you tell yourself. But it sounds like a whimper in the face of this giant. You take a breath. You are a long way from home, and you are about to knock on a very big door. A screech tears through your comm system. It is not static. It is a voice, thin and stretched across ages. The universal translator struggles, spitting out broken words. Prison, it wails, a cage of eternity. Do not approach, it is a lie. The words are laced with a panic that time could not erase. This is a warning, sent so long ago. It has only just reached you. The message loops, a ghost's desperate plea. You trace its origin. It doesn't come from the Warden. It comes from a dead moon nearby. A long-dead civilization tried to warn the galaxy. They left this echo in the dark, a final, desperate attempt to keep the doors shut. Your own mission protocols flash on screen. Investigate all unknown signals. Make contact with new life. Your orders did not mention anything about ancient prisons or voices that sound like dying stars. The message repeats again. Flee, it begs, it consumes all light. A cold dread washes over you. This is more than a discovery. It is a boundary, and you are about to cross it. High Command wants answers. They will get them, or you will become another warning lost to the void. You decide to press on. A warning is not a wall. The Warden's surface remains placid and silent. Its defenses must be dormant after all these eons. You guide the Stardust Drifter closer. The colossal structure fills your entire view screen. You are a fly approaching a diamond mountain. Then, the crystal begins to glow. Thin lines of light etch across its surface. They form complex defensive patterns. The Warden has awoken. Automated plasma cannons rise from hidden ports. They track your small ship with cold, perfect logic. Your ship's computer screams warnings. Evasive maneuvers are useless. The field of fire is total. You cannot outrun it. You cannot outgun it. So you have to outthink it. A uniquely human solution is needed. A stupid one, most likely. But stupid is sometimes what works. You vent your ship's entire coolant supply. A massive cloud of superheated gas erupts outwards. It momentarily blinds the Warden's sensors. To its ancient logic, you have suffered a catastrophic failure. A dying ship is no longer a threat. The cannons pause their targeting sequence. It is the opening you need. You fire your thrusters and dive. Straight for a maintenance channel you spotted. You are flying into the belly of the beast. The channel is a tunnel of shifting crystal. The walls hum with contained energy. They twist and reform behind you. The path ahead is never the same for more than a moment. This is not a corridor. It is a digestive tract. The Warden itself is trying to confuse you, to trap you, to absorb your ship into its crystalline mass. It is a living labyrinth. Your navigation system is useless here. The walls emit energy that scrambles your sensors. You are flying on instinct alone. A sharp right turn avoids a forming crystal spire. A sudden dive dodges a wall that closes like an eyelid. This place feels ancient and alive. It is actively hostile to your presence. You feel less like an explorer and more like a virus. And the Warden's immune system is kicking in. The ship groans under the strain. Alarms blare. A symphony of imminent doom. You ignore them. You have to trust your gut. That strange human ability to feel the right path. The machine would fail here. Logic has no place in this fluid nightmare. You see an opening, a stable chamber ahead. You push the engines to their limit. You burst through just as the tunnel seals itself behind you. Permanently. There is no going back now. You are floating in a vast, silent cavern. The air, or what passes for it, shimmers. Ghostly images flicker in the crystalline walls. They are logs, records left by the builders. You see tall, elegant beings. Their forms are made of light and sorrow. They are the forerunners, and this is their final testament. You watch them work. They are forging the Warden with starfire and sacrifice. Their voices echo in your mind. Not a language you know, but you understand the feeling behind them. They discovered a great evil, a being they call the World Eater. It moved from system to system. It left behind only dead worlds and silence. They could not destroy it, so they chose to build a cage. The most complex prison ever conceived. A task that would cost them everything. You see their civilization fade. Their worlds are consumed for resources. Their stars are drained for power. All funneled into this one single purpose. They sacrificed their entire existence, all to protect galaxies they would never see. Their final log shows a single forerunner. It looks out from the Warden one last time. Its final thought echoes with grim purpose. The cage is complete. The cost was acceptable. Now you know. You are not exploring a ruin. You are trespassing in a tomb. A new light blossoms in the center of the cavern. It coalesces into a solid form, a machine of perfect geometry and polished metal. It hovers silently. Its single glowing optic fixes on you. This is a sentinel, an ageless guardian programmed for one task: to eliminate all intruders. It does not speak. It does not warn. It simply acts. A beam of pure energy slices through the space where you were a second ago. Its attacks are perfect. They follow flawless predictive models. Your ship's computer advises surrender. It calculates your survival odds at 0. But the computer does not account for human chaos. You spin your ship in a wild, unpredictable pattern. You fire your mining lasers at the ceiling. Crystalline shards rain down, creating a cloud of temporary cover. The Sentinel's perfect logic cannot process the sheer randomness of your actions. It expects you to preserve your own life. It expects logical, evasive maneuvers. It does not expect you to risk blowing yourself up, just to confuse its targeting solution. For a moment, it hesitates. Its optic flickers, recalculating. That is your chance. You divert all power to your forward shield cells and ram it. It is the dumbest tactic in the book. It is also the last thing the perfect machine would ever anticipate. The impact shatters its core. It implodes in a silent flash of light. You have won, but your ship is now a wreck. Then, a voice enters your mind. It is not the screaming ghost from before. This one is calm, persuasive. It feels like warm honey. I am a prisoner here, it says, unjustly caged. The Forerunners were afraid of my knowledge. They feared the truths I could share with the universe. I am not a monster. I am a scholar. And I can give you wonders beyond your imagination. It shows you visions, star science that could cure every disease, propulsion systems that could cross galaxies in a moment. It offers you the keys to the cosmos. All you have to do is let it out. It claims the Forerunners were zealots. They saw its power and called it profane. It was a misunderstanding, a tragic, galactic-scale mistake. It pleads with you. Help me, free me, and I will make your species into gods. The offer is tempting. The voice is so reasonable, so filled with gentle sorrow. It feels like you are speaking with a wise old teacher. It knows your name. It knows your fears. It knows your desire to be a hero. It promises you everything. It is the most beautiful lie you have ever heard. And for a second, you almost believe it. Your hand hovers over the console that could begin to unlock the inner prison. But something feels wrong. The sentinel you fought, it was a guard, not a warden. The Forerunner logs, they spoke of sacrifice, not fear. You need to know the truth. You push your battered ship deeper into the station. You find a hidden data vault, one the prisoner's influence could not reach. You open it, and you see the truth. The terrible, unspeakable truth. The vault shows you the prisoner's work. You see worlds, not just dead, but erased, consumed down to their molten cores. You see civilizations withering into dust. Their life force, their very consciousness, sucked into a vast, hungry darkness. This is no scholar. This is a predator that feeds on life itself. The World Eater. The name is not an exaggeration. It is a literal description of what it does. The visions are not memories. They are experiences. You feel the psychic death cry of a billion souls at once. You feel the chilling satisfaction of the entity as it feeds. It is a being of pure, absolute hunger. The Forerunners did not cage a dissenter. They caged an apocalypse. The honeyed voice in your mind turns sharp and cold. It knows you have seen the truth. The mask is off. You have made a very powerful and very patient enemy. A new presence touches your mind. This one is different. It is faint, tired, like a whisper at the end of a long life. I am the Warden, it says, the mind of this station. Forgive my sentinel. It knew only its duty. And forgive my weakness. I have held the prisoner for longer than your species has known fire. And my power is now fading. The voice is calm, resigned. It is the true intelligence of this place. The Warden AI shows you its own memories, eons of silent vigil. It maintained the locks. It repaired the crystal walls. It fought back the prisoner's constant mental assaults. It was a battle of wills fought over millennia in total silence. A battle the Warden is now losing. The AI is a marvel of Forerunner engineering. But even marvels cannot last forever. It tells you the prisoner's true nature. It is a psychic parasite of immense power. It promises knowledge only to create puppets. It offers power only to consume the powerful. The Warden has held it. But the cage is weakening. The prisoner feels it. It knows its time is coming. The AI's voice grows fainter. I cannot hold it much longer. You should not have come here. Now, you will be here for the end. As if on cue, the entire station groans. A deep, structural tremor shakes your ship. Red lights flash on your console. Massive energy spikes are detected from the prison core. Cracks appear in the crystalline walls around you. Not the shifting of the labyrinth. These are stress fractures. The cage is breaking. The prisoner is pushing against its bonds with renewed strength. Outside, the void itself seems to change. Your long-range sensors pick up dozens of new contacts. They appear from nowhere. A fleet of ships, dark and jagged. They are not responding to hails. Their energy signatures are alien and hostile. They are a welcome party. The prisoner's followers, drawn across the darkness by the promise of their master's return. They arrange themselves in a blockade. There is no escape. The prisoner's voice booms in your head again, no longer persuasive. Now it is triumphant. My faithful have arrived. It gloats. The age of mortals is over. You will have a front row seat to the dawn of my new empire. The station shudders again, more violently this time. A deep thrumming sound begins to build. The sound of a lock, millennia old, about to fail. A priority message blasts through your speakers. It cuts through the chaos. It is from high command. They have been analyzing your data bursts. The energy readings from the Warden's core are off the charts. They are magnitudes greater than anything humanity has ever seen. They do not understand what it is. They only see its potential. And they have given you a new order. Secure the source. Command seize a weapon, or a power source that could change everything. They believe the prisoner's lies you relayed earlier. They think it is a misunderstood genius. They order you to assist in its release. They call it Project Ascension. They want you to capture the entity. They want you to bring it home. A direct order. Your duty. Your career. Everything you have sworn to uphold. Your blood runs cold. They have no idea. They cannot comprehend the threat. They see a prize. You see an executioner for the entire galaxy. You look at the order flashing on your screen. You look at the dark fleet gathering outside. You hear the prison groaning, about to break. You are caught between your duty and the survival of everything that has ever lived. This is your choice to make. Alone, you close the channel to high command. You will not be their instrument of doom. Your mission has changed. You are not an explorer. You are not a soldier following orders. You are now the last line of defense. The Dark Fleet may be outside. The World Eater may be inside. But you are in the control room of the greatest prison ever built. And a prison can be turned into a weapon. A new resolve hardens your spirit. You will not run. You will not obey. You will defy your own people to save them. You will honor the sacrifice of the Forerunners. You will not let their eternal vigil be for nothing. This structure was built to contain a monster. You will use it to destroy one. You turn to the fading consciousness of the station AI. You have a plan. It is insane. It is probably suicidal. But it is the only way. You reach out to the dying AI. Warden, I am not leaving. Help me. Let me fight with you. The ancient mind is hesitant. My creators are dust. Your own leaders have betrayed you. Why would you stay? Why would a fleeting creature of flesh care about a timeless evil? It is a logical question. You do not have a logical answer. Because it is the right thing to do. You send back. It is what we do. You explain your desperate plan to overload the Warden's core. Not just to strengthen the cage, but to detonate it. A focused, cleansing blast that will scour this sector clean. It would destroy the prisoner, the Dark Fleet, and you along with it. A final, definitive end. The AI is silent for a long moment. Its logic cannot compute the value of self-sacrifice. But your human spirit, your illogical defiance, resonates with its own long duty. Very well, the Warden whispers. A union of flesh and code. Your mind for my systems. Your will for my power. It is a pact. You open your ship's systems, you open your own mind. The AI flows into you. Ancient knowledge floods your brain. You see the workings of the station as if you built it. You feel its fading power as your own. The merge is complete. You are one. You are ready. The final lock shatters. A wave of pure psychic malice erupts from the core. The World Eater is free. It manifests as a storm of shadow and rage in the central chamber. It is larger than a starship, a being of pure, hateful energy. My reign begins. It bellows, a sound that cracks the very walls of its former prison. The dark fleet outside moves in, ready to receive its master. They think they have won, but you have the controls now. You are the station. Your trap is sprung. Now, you cry, your voice echoing through the station and your own mind. With a thought, you reroute all the Warden's containment energy. You pull power from every system, every crystal, every forgotten circuit. All of it focuses into one single point, aimed directly at the newly freed entity. The station becomes a star gun, and the prisoner is at point-blank range. The World Eater realizes the betrayal too late. It turns its terrible gaze on you, but it is caught in the stream. A torrent of star-born energy, the power of 1,000 suns, slams into it. It screams, a sound of pure agony that shakes the universe. The beam lances out from the Warden, a sword of light. It pierces the entity. It vaporizes the lead ships of the Dark Fleet. The rest of them, broken and terrified, flee into the void. The light intensifies, and everything goes white. The light fades. Silence returns to the void. The Dark Fleet is gone. The World Eater is annihilated, its evil essence scattered into harmless radiation. The battle is over. The galaxy is safe. But you are not in the cockpit of your ship anymore. Your ship is a melted husk. Your body is gone. Your consciousness, your very self, is now woven into the fabric of this place. You feel the slow, steady hum of the station systems. They are damaged, but stable. You feel the cold of the void around you. You can see the distant stars, not through a view screen, but with 1,000 crystalline eyes. You cannot leave. The pact you made with the Warden AI was permanent. Its dying spark gave you control, and your life force has given it new strength. The Warden is no longer dying. You have taken the place of the Forerunner AI. You are the new Guardian. Your vigil has just begun. You settle in for the long watch, to ensure no threat like this ever rises again. You are the shield in the dark, a human ghost in a star-forged machine. You are the new sentinel of the void, and you will not fail.